mama, where? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, your mother smokes her crack. In the jungle, the mighty forest, your mother smokes her dope. We are mama, where? Yeah, it's me again. Sorry to tell you, but I'm making another video.
Folks. Actually, it isn't evening. It isn't morning either. To be specific, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. Now, I don't know what time it is where you are, but right here it's 3:30. Not that that's important. Not that anything's really important, really, and I'll get to that in a minute. You see, in life, a lot of people have heroes. People they look up to. Who's your hero? You know, you might say a previous president or prime minister of the United States or Canada. Might be your favorite musician or your favorite rapper. Hell, it might even be your dad. If you're black, it might be somebody like Jesse Jackson or Martin Luther King. But let me tell you something about your biggest hero, your favorite person in the world, the person you look up to. All that person is an STD, sexually transmitted disease. Now, I know what you're thinking. The whole idea that a human being can be a sexually transmitted disease is absurd, but think about it. What is a sexually transmitted disease? A sexually transmitted disease is a malady you get from sexual intercourse when it goes wrong every once in a while. It can get it from broken condoms or no condoms at all. But above herpes, because, you know, herpes at least goes away sometimes, and above AIDS, because at least with AIDS, after a while you die and don't have to deal with the pain anymore. What is the most potent sexually transmitted disease out there? It's called pregnancy, folks. So, if pregnancy is the sexually transmitted disease, then the disease itself will manifest itself into a child. You're a sexually transmitted disease, I'm a sexually transmitted disease, and Rihanna is especially a sexually transmitted disease. Anyway, on to furthermore things, more important and bigger things. That person that you look up to the most is your favorite sexually transmitted disease. See, they say there's about 13 sexually transmitted diseases you can get, but in reality there's 6.5 billion plus 13. Because there's 6.5 billion people in the world, and each of those people is, in fact, a sexually transmitted disease. But we're all different, right? There's no two people that are exactly the same. So, I mean, like, if you get herpes, genital warts, it's going to look the same on your genitals as it will on somebody else's genitals with, like, besides the whole genitals in the background thing, but, it's pretty much the same shit, you know? Let's look at another one, chlamydia, right? I'm not even really sure what chlamydia is. I know a couple people in this town have it. I'm not going to mention any names. Normally I would have coughed there and said somebody's name, but I actually just said a bunch of jibber jabber because I am a little bit of a pussy when it comes to insulting people. Yep, sexually transmitted diseases. I bet you didn't see that one coming. I bet you went through your whole life thinking, wow, I must be pretty amazing. Look what I've accomplished. I've accomplished this great at school, or gotten that promotion at work, or maybe even made a bunch of people happy. But in the end, what are you? A child of God, perhaps. But you're also a sexually transmitted disease. So next time somebody comes up to you, and you think, wow, either this person's sweet, or this person's a douche, or if they're really pissing you off, or if they're really making you happy, and it's overwhelming you, and you can't really deal with the overwhelmingness, just remember, they're just as much of a sexually transmitted disease as you are. That is all for today. I know my last one was 10 minutes. This one's only, 4:20, 4 minutes, 20 seconds, right when I said that. So, it's probably going to be about 5 minutes by the time I'm done spewing all this shit. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I mean, it's something to think about. It's something to really grasp your mind around, because we can all go through life thinking that we're something special, but we're not. But we're not. We're all the same in one way or another. Some of us are douchebags and some of us aren't, but when it all boils down to it, we're all just people. STDs. Now, some of you are just going to look at the screen and say, wow, what an asshole going around declaring that humans are STDs. But you need to really think about it and ponder it in your mind, because, I mean, in one way or another, it is true. Your mother caught an STD because your father either didn't wear a condom or the condom snapped or something. I mean, imagine if you named your kid Trojan after the snapped condom, or Lubex after the lube on the condom that didn't work or whatever. I don't know brand name for lube because, I mean, this might be too much information. I've never been in a situation in my life where I needed lube, but, I mean, lube should be for your car. But, whatever floats your boat. I mean, whatever you want to do on your own personal time is really none of my business. So, what now? What now if you're like, go on, keep living it, but just remember. Just remember that you know what, I don't even need to say it again because I already said it 100 times.